Hi, it's Stephen, the Australian dog trainer in Dongen, Holland again. We had great success with Lady and her hot air balloons, and after that, obviously that went on social media. We've had a few different requests, but the first one was two little dogs which were street dogs, and we don't have these in Australia. We have rescue dogs, but these are actually picked up dogs that lived on the streets. So there's much like rescue dogs, but a little bit worse, obviously. We don't know any background, and this lovely lady, I'm not going to say any names here, rang me up and said, explain the problems. I've got two dogs, one's an older one, it's deaf, it's blind, it's got epilepsy, and the vet thinks it's got dementia. And we've got a younger dog, which again is a street dog from another country, another European country. My apologies. As an Australian, I was never good at geography. I can't remember the country. Might have been Spain. Don't quote me on that. So I walked in, and she rang me, and I walked in the door, and her two little dogs. One was a Maltese, was an oodle, which people get because they're hypoallergenic, and over here they're really, really popular. Golden doodles, again, don't laugh, Australia. There's so many different types of doodles, it's ridiculous. And I walked in, and they jumped, and they barked, and they went crazy. They backed back, they growled, and I just stood there with my hands behind my back, because that's what you do. You don't put anything out for a dog to bite. You turn on the side. It's training a dog. Again, you've got to remember where a dog looks from, and their eyes are below your knees. Even if it's a big dog, it's below your hips. So you've got to remember, when I say you've got to think like a dog to train a dog, well, that's kind of what I'm talking about as well. That's a very big part of it, actually. They look at the world in a very different way than you do. So I said to Yvonne, give me 1 minute, and I walked out, and I walked back to the car, and I got a squirt bottle, and I walked in, and I squirted these two dogs in the nose. You need to practice for this, and after 25 years again, I've got a lot of practice. Squirted them in the nose with a squirt bottle with just water in it. They went, whoa, what the? And then I stomped my foot, went, don't. They growled, I squirted them again, they sat. This was kind of ridiculously easy. You don't generally get to solve dog problems this easy. But again, like the hot air balloons, I went there, I hadn't met the dogs before. I'd been told by the owner, but what I found from the owner, what I've been told, I got was two different things. Her response was, oh my God, I've spent years and hundreds of euros trying to fix this problem, and you've walked in and solved it in 2 minutes. Then you've actually explained to me how to do it. And again, I believe, like I said last time in the first episode, you have to explain to people. Think like a dog, and then explain, not just tell them how to do stuff. If you want to be a dog trainer, you've got to train the dog. Yeah, that's great. You're good with dogs, fantastic. You've got to actually communicate with people as well, and get people to understand how a dog thinks. So that's really, really important. And these two dogs, one of them actually jumped from the couch and tried to jump on the dinner table. Yeah, no, that's not on. I'm sorry. She went through spike collar training. She went through positive training. Spike collars, yeah, we don't do that. They're illegal in Australia, although I'm in Holland. And here, only registered trainers can use them, although I'm still have no idea why. You calm them, you stop them, and then we're doing something right, you praise them. It's a little bit different. So, yeah, I just looked at the problem and went, well, okay, your dog's trying to jump on the table when you eat. Be smart about it. Put it in another room. Again, sorry, it's like the hot air balloons. I'm a dog trainer. I'm not a scientist. It's life experience. I didn't go to university. You've got to look at a problem and figure it out. And I literally figured this problem out in 2 minutes with the dogs, and in 10 minutes they were lying by their owner calmly. When I called them, they come. When I tossed a toy, they went away Problem solved. Speak to the owner, explain it to them. That's dog training. Boredom and repetition. Then I went to another one the next day. Sorry, not the next day. That was at 9:15. The next one was at 12 o'clock. We'll go to that one the next time. Cheers.